Well, joining us now, member of the Armed Services Committee, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. How are you doing?
Good, great.
You have endorsed Jeb?
Yes.
And how's it going to happen?
Well, I said I endorsed Jeb.
How's he going to win? That's what you said.
Well,
Thank you for that explanation.
The reason I endorsed him was, you know, when I looked at the field, got a lot of good candidates.
I get the reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's most qualified to be president. He'll have to do well and beat expectations. His opponent is expectations. Can he beat Mr. Expectations? I think he can. I think he'll get stronger over time.
So let's Jeb's the one
He's the tallest person that's not crazy. That's why I've...
Oh, okay. Is that why you do? Okay, well, very good. Yeah. So Rick Wilson has written a column for the Daily Beast, and you know, other than Jeb, nobody has been really attacking Trump.
Really,
that's much.
True.
And you've always been critical of it, but this is what Rick Wilson says. He says that Ted Cruz's behavior towards Trump was feeding the alligator in hopes that it eats him last. And the title is Ted Cruz is brilliant, but his strategy sucks. That's kind of what's happened with the Republican Party, other than Jeb, right? They've been afraid, other than other than you, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think Jeb has criticized his policies. Let's just put it this way, Joe. How long have we been doing this? 20 years. Donald Trump is the most unelectable Republican I've seen in my lifetime. He's got an 81% disapproval rating with Hispanics with growth potential. What did we learn in 2012? We're pissing the Hispanic community off because we talk so harshly about illegal immigration. The answer to self-deportation is not forced deportation, including their American-born kids. With the millennials, Donald Trump is going nowhere.
But
with young women,
you'd admit he's a brilliant politician, though, right?
For Democrats.
Well, I mean, for Republicans, too. He's stomping everybody by 20 points, I mean, in most states.
Yeah, he's doing well with those people who believe that are angry for a good reason, but 75% of his voters believe that Obama's a Muslim born in Kenya.
But you don't think he can turn the corner and be equally brilliant in a general election?
I don't think you can convince Hispanics after what he said that you actually love them.
Yeah. If you had to put a percentage on it, if you could put a percentage on it, what percentage of Republican primary voters are more angry about conditions in the country or more angry that Barack Obama is president of the United States?
I think there's a percentage of our people who have had a hard time accepting Obama to be president. He's driven our party crazy. He started, if he had governed like he'd campaigned, it would be different. But he's gone so extreme in many areas that people in our party, at least a fraction of them, are just so upset by him. And Obama is giving, Trump is feeding into that. What is his campaign about? What is Donald Trump's campaign about?
I could tell you his message.
His message is not a good message for us, and it will catch up with us in general. So if you really want to make Hillary Clinton president of the United States, vote for Donald Trump. Dishonest beats crazy.
I don't know. I can say that about Ted Cruz.
Do you have any doubt he'll get wiped out with Hispanics?
I don't think he'll do worse than Mitt Romney. In fact, I think he'll do better than Mitt Romney.
How much better would he have to do for us to win?
Well, I mean, he's obviously got to get into the 30s.
Right.
But I will tell you this. I do think he will do much better with white working class voters than Mitt Romney did. I know there are a lot of Democrats.
We got 60% of the white vote. We're not going to do any better.
We'll see. I think there are too many wild cards. And you talk to top strategists in every campaign, and they will say, we go into a general election campaign, Ted Cruz will get us wiped out. It's Goldwater 64. Trump, they're like, we've been wrong on everything else. Why aren't we wrong about Trump in a general election now the same way we were all wrong about Trump in a primary?
We looked at 2012 to try to figure out what our problems were. Why did we lose to Barack Obama? We're in a demographic death spiral. Look at the demographics with Trump. Every problem we had in 2012, he's made worse with women, with Hispanics. He has openly said in the past that he thought President Obama was actually born in Kenya. He will not to this day admit that President Obama was born in Hawaii. He's on your show a lot. Would you do me a favor and ask him before he gets to be the nominee of the Republican Party, Donald, are you satisfied that Obama was born in Hawaii? If not, share with us why. Yeah, is that too much to ask?
We've asked him.
And he won't answer the question.
We've asked him, but he's moved on to Canada now. He's a very busy man.
You know why he won't say that he's born in Hawaii? Because half the people that support him will get mad.
Let's move on, speaking of Canada, to Ted Cruz. If Donald Trump is not an acceptable candidate to you, Ted Cruz is close behind him in a lot of the polls, leading him a little bit in Iowa, depending on which poll you look at. Would Ted Cruz be a more acceptable nominee to you than Donald Trump?
No.
No.
You're in trouble with him,
He's
my man.
going to get killed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
you'd rather have Donald Trump the nominee
Okay,
than
when I
Ted
think
Cruz?
of evangelical Christian, the first thing in my mind is Donald Trump. No. When I think of problem solver, the first thing in my mind is not Ted Cruz. All I can say, I've learned one thing in 20 years. If a law is named after the President of the United States and they're still president, you're probably not going to repeal it. He took our party down a strange road of shutting down the government to repeal Obamacare. And those of us who thought that was a bad tactical choice, he said, you're actually for Obamacare. I'll never forget that. That's Joe McCarthy stuff. Because you disagree with how to repeal Obamacare, you're for the thing that you actually are against. I don't like that kind of politicking. They'll tear him to shreds. At the end of the day, the next president needs to be ready on day one to be commander-in-chief and bring this country together. I don't think Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are ready on day one to be commander-in-chief. They can't bring this country together, and Jeb Bush can. He will beat Hillary Clinton.
Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you very much. Always good to have you on the show. You seem a little frustrated, I will say, with this situation.
Not really. It will work out.
It will?
Yes.
Everything's
Are you
in
sure?
South Carolina, yes.
All right, coming up.